So you guys don't need to have a notebook or anything open in front of you, but you will want your journal or something to write on available for the end of the class. So before we start, I am going to cue Kapalabhati breathing at some point, and I think we went over it on the breath day. And the more that I teach breathing and anatomy, the more I learn from people every single time. And I was recently in New York with a woman who was like, I hate this breath. And there were a few postures that she hated too. And so I asked her if we could, explore them together. And what was interesting is that every posture that she hated lacked space and support in the way that she was entering it. And it was maybe one of the first times that I recognized, like we cue Kapalabhati so often in yoga classes, and I didn't realize how many people are collapsing their body on every exhale. We have a transverse abdominis muscle, that's the deepest abdominal muscle that goes basically that like really thick fascial area that you guys were feeling back when I was like, you won't feel anything for 2 inches. There are a few layers of like fascia and muscle there. So this muscle is like a weight belt that goes, or like a corset that goes around. And when it engages, most muscles that engage pop out. This one draws in. So when it draws in, the navel draws in, and it creates support going up the length of your spine. So when we're doing Kapalabhati, navel draws in, but the spine doesn't collapse. So this is what I noticed, and again, Janelle is going to be my model in a moment, but I noticed that the breath, I'm going to do it without doing a strong exhale, every exhale was like this movement where there was a collapsing right here to get that exhale. So if you were all to try for a moment of just like it's a sharp exhale and it's navel to spine, and the cue is sometimes like in and up, so that the spine is not moving. There's no flexion in the spine. It's just, I'll have Janelle do it. And I don't know, can you guys see from the front okay? And if not, then I'll ask her to turn to the side, yeah. So Janelle is gonna keep her spine up nice and straight. And usually you start with like a 3/4 breath in to begin with. And then she'll do an exhale, and it'll be navel to spine. Sorry, we'll go Kapalabhati, so go ahead. So your belly just like softens out, and when she draws in, it's navel coming in, not spine collapsing down. And so you can start off whenever we do anything where I cue Kapalabhati, you can move as slow as you need to, because if you're doing this or if you're doing reverse breathing, it's just gonna take time, and slowing down is the way to go. Like slow down until you can be like, oh yeah, my navel came to my spine without my body collapsing. And what was so beautiful about just watching Janelle is that a healthy muscle pattern is that it can engage and relax. So many people with like rock hard abs, that's like the third chakra of like powerful, because you are in constant protection mode of anything that feels vulnerable. And so the ability to engage and then relax, that's a healthy muscle, right? Because engaged all the time is letting off like small amounts of lactic acid all the time, right? It's exhausting, and it's also not great for the muscles. So it's a really beautiful practice of like in, off, on, off, in, out, right? With the emphasis being on the engagement, and then just like, okay? Thank you. So we are not going to start with Kapalabhati just yet. But when we do, I just wanted, because I kind of like blew my mind as I was, seeing more and more people, just why this breath would be so uncomfortable. So what we're going to start off is, springtime is often we could call it more like kapha, right? Like wet and damp and earthy. And so it's nice doing third chakra and adding this element of fire and air. So we'll start off by a little bit of friction. And we do this breath practice in Janelle's cleanse as well. The recording is in there for that. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. We're going to do kind of a rapid breath, but we're doing inhale and exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you have to slow down, slow down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold the breath. Take your hands to your skull. Keep holding the breath. Give yourself a little skull massage. Skull massage. And as you hold the breath, you can imagine more oxygen going into your muscles, your organs. And then exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands onto your arms. And going up and down on the arms. And again, inhale, exhale, 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 inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale, inhale, 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 hold. Hands to your heart. And then just giving kind of like a little massage to the heart as you hold, to the chest, maybe around the neck a little bit. Thinking about increasing circulation. You can even do one hand if both hands is uncomfortable. Know that there's benefit to the hold. If it gets too stressful, of course, you can exhale before I cue it. And then go ahead and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hands on the thighs. Okay, up and down on the thighs. Inhale, exhale, 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 inhale, exhale. So you're soaking that personal power. Keep going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, 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 inhale. Hold. One hand to your belly, one hand to lower back, and just give a nice little massage to the belly and a nice little massage to the lower back. Holding, holding, holding. So I just switched it up so that my right hand is going in that clockwise direction. Left hand is on my back, going the opposite direction. You just do whatever feels good to you. And notice as you're doing this if you've fallen into the front of your body, and if so, bring more attention to the back of your body. Notice how it shifts things, if it shifts it at all. And then exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and out easy through the nose. Give your calf muscles a little massage. You can think of that fascia section we did. And the beauty of just hugging into your bones, hugging into your muscles, and then all the way back into the feet. And so if you're sitting cross-legged, you of course can just take your hands to your feet and massage them. Otherwise, with feet back, it's quite easy to just lean back into your fists. And then coming up to neutral, inhale, take your arms up. And then exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up to center. Exhale, twist right. Navel, heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up towards center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, arms up towards center. Exhale, bend the elbows, hands to shoulders. Okay. So with hands on shoulders, you're going to inhale. Exhale, turn left. So this is turning to the feminine. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn right. Opening the heart, the masculine to the world. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Now, if this pace works for you and this breathing sequence works for you, go ahead and inhale, center, keep it. Otherwise, you're going to change so that it's exhale, left, exhale, right. And so now we're going more Kapalabhati, where you go fast. I'm not going to do this, but Janelle can, it's going to be. So you're speeding it up, beginning to get that heat, but don't let the ribs drop. So you're staying up vertical, and you're getting it from the third chakra. So the ribs never drop. Core comes in, breath goes out the nose. And you think of that rotation coming from the bottom of the thoracic spine up, and beginning to stoke the fire. So the third chakra is right at the solar plexus, just above the navel. The color is yellow, the element is fire. You begin to build heat for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, put your hands on your laps, hold the exhale. Take a nice easy inhale, nice easy exhale. Good. Inhale, come up onto all fours, please. From all fours, we're going to take our right hand and put it on our right shoulder. You're going to inhale and twist open to the right. And exhale, without doing a huge twist, you're just going to exhale, turn towards the left. So if the arm were reaching through, it would be like doing a lace through. You're going to inhale, open, but I want you to, again, we're not using the arm because I want you to move from core. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. And last class, we really emphasized like hugging in inner thighs to give support to the lower back here. So inhale, open. Hug in inner thighs like you're squeezing a block. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Good. Last time, inhale, open. Exhale, right hand down to the ground underneath you. Take your left hand to your left shoulder. Inhale, open to the left. Exhale, twist. Hugging inner thighs in. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, hand back down to the ground. Good. Don't know what's going to come up on this playlist. We'll see. Inhale, look up, please. Red zone, but do red zone with love. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale to neutral. Let's try to reverse the breathing here. So this time we're going to round through the spine, but I want you to inhale into the back side of your body. And then exhale, navel comes down just a little bit, so not like a real saggy cow. Inhale, round, stretch out that space behind your heart, the space behind all the effort of the front. And then neutral, exhale. Again, inhale, round. Feel that whole back side of the body, that whole part that we sometimes turn our backs to. And then neutral exhale. Take another inhale here without rounding. Exhale, down dog. Good, bend one knee, then the other. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Ha. Do that again, but like real ha. Inhale. Ha. And then the placement of your hands, the placement of your fingers, engage in a way that you could say like, I choose. I'm choosing how far to spread them, how much to hug them into the earth, how much to bend my knees, how much to hug my inner thighs or not. Let your practice be about choice and then exploration. Did that work? Would I do it the same way? Do I want to try something new? Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Big inhale. Exhale out the mouth. So you're still in down dog. Good. Go ahead, slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands. Let the knees bend a lot. Let the head hang super heavy. Think of that whole thoracic spine. And where your head hangs, this whole idea of like, let go, let the ball drop. Drop the ball, is that what the book's called? Right? Let the head drop. Let it be heavy. And imagine that as the head drops, that it creates more space for you, for all these energy centers. It gives you traction. And then strong in the feet, soft in the knees. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Heidi, watch the ceiling over your head. Beautiful. Perfect. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Inhale, both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Hips come back. Think how low your hips are. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. Inhale, take both arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, take your your left hand down to the ground. And take your right hand onto your right thigh. Plug your left hip bone back, the acetabulum, that greater trochanter that we just felt. Plug that back in space as you hold onto your knee with your right hand. So don't let the knee move, but plug your hip back so you can feel traction in the hip. And then from there, plug your right shoulder back. Take an inhale. Exhale, navel, heart, head. And as you're twisted open and you're breathing, imagine again that there's a hand behind your head, someone that you can lean on, a friend that's been there for you before. Every opportunity you have to remember that you're not alone, especially when you're thinking like, I can, I will, I choose, but I'm not alone. This isn't only me. Take an inhale. Exhale, take your right hand back down to the ground. If you have a block, take it to the inside of your foot. Okay. Take an inhale and simply gaze up a little bit. You'll notice that will lengthen thoracic spine, or make it even on both sides, I should say. And then exhale, begin to shift the hips back just a little bit. We're going to do this a few breaths. The leg does not have to straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. So I notice too that when I inhale, bend, and my knee is close to my shoulder, it's a different sensation if I let it come a little bit wider. It just feels a little better in my hips. You can see which one feels better to you. And last time, exhale, straighten. We'll stay here for a few breaths. And I shouldn't say straighten, just kind of lengthen the sits bone back. And as you explore the breath, explore the length of your spine, both front and back, and see if you can make that equal, front and back, the length of the front and the back of your spine. Move this knee way back here. Even more, yeah. That's it. Then play with what happens when the toes come back towards your head and come back towards your knee. So we're going to gently open up into this third chakra with the revelation. So again, we come core. Right hip stays back so that it's happening from our core, not our hips. And we go core and we begin to revolve open towards the right. And you can kind of ask that question right now, what am I putting out into the world? Exhale, take your hand down, bend your front knee. If you need to shift your back knee forward a little bit, you can do that. And then press into both hands and simply step your right foot back. Easy peasy. Both hands on the ground. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down dog. How would your movements change if you decided your practice was simply a prayer to yourself? If you remember that Om Guru chant, just a way to get to know yourself. To breathe in places we've forgotten about. To let energy and prana do their thing. Slowly walk your feet up to your hands, please. Don't you hate when teachers get all philosophical when you're in down dog? You're like, okay, come on. Soften the knees, strong in the feet. Inhale all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms. I love when you come up. This is a cue my teacher Amba used to give, which is like, imagine like you're moving through molasses. Like you could actually feel the energy around you as you come up. Exhale, hands towards your heart. Take your feet a little wider. Take your arms a little wider. Soften your knees. Take one breath in this blue zone. Feel your center, your I am. Inhale, both arms up. Feet come hip distance apart. Exhale, bend down, come through that molasses. That cosmic goo. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, right leg comes back, right knee goes down. Just one breath, we come up Anjaneyasana, the mother's prayer. Exhale, right hand comes down. Left hand comes onto your left knee. Left hand pulls the left knee forward, but left hip pulls back in space. Take an inhale. Exhale, navel to spine. And again, imagine the back of your head is pressing, resting in the hands of a beloved. Think of your friends in particular. Maybe it's one, maybe it's a group, who's been there for you in the time that you most needed, in the time that was darkest, most isolating, the time that was your journey. What was that force, that person that helped you know that you aren't here all alone? Slowly lower your left hand down. Take an inhale. Both hands are to the inside of your foot. We're exhaling, we're bringing the sits bone back on the left side. We're following the breath. Inhale, knee comes forward. So exhale is relaxing here. So as you exhale and come back, imagine that you could exhale that softness into the back of your leg. Inhale. Stimulation. Exhale. Softness. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Good, stay here. And play with it a little bit. So again, when I find like, oh, if I bend my knee a little bit, I can open my pelvic floor a little more. I can lengthen the front and back sides of my spine. So instead of thinking what the pose is supposed to look like, kind of feel into like, what allows the most breath? What gives you the most freedom in your spine? While still accessing sensation in the back of your leg. We talked last time about this ability when we can just bring breath somewhere. That without having to know the story of your body, from the pranic body, you can begin to shift. Press down into your right hand, please. Begin to revolve open. And as we revolve open, so this leg is like straightish, toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Now you're revolving to the left, the feminine. And you can reflect on like, from the last time what I put into the world, is it serving me? Not in a judgment. Judgment is very like, it just closes the energy. Like, is it serving me? In curiosity, knowing that we have a choice again to choose to change or to repeat. After your next inhale, exhale, take your hand down, bend your front knee. Press into both hands and sweep that left foot back to meet your right foot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, step, walk, jump forward, standing forward, fold. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, head and chest down. Good. Inhale all the way up to standing, arms sweep up. Beautiful, yes. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take the hands from a prayer position just to a hands folding on top of each other. Take the feet a little bit wider. And without the hands actually coming wide, I want you to imagine as if the collarbones are getting wider. I want you to imagine as if with every breath, the ribs were getting wider, not forceful wider, just like barely visible, but wider. And that with every exhale, you come back to your center, you come back to your core. Move your feet back in so they're underneath your hips. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, Utkatasana. Yeah, beautiful. Feel that strength in your right foot and hover your left foot. It's so good to see your right knee dance a little bit. It's getting more intelligent. And then again, like you're moving through molasses, slowly step your left foot back and open up warrior two. Bend the elbows. Press strong into that front heel. Bend the back knee just a little bit. Imagine if you took this posture. You all might have a different experience than I do, but for me, it's like very centered, very strong, not reaching into the future or the past. So imagine you took this every time before you made a decision. You're like, hold on. Good. Come up and over and just switch to warrior two, other side. can get a little dancey with the arms. You can get a little dancey any way you want. Okay. Then turn all 10 toes to face the side of your mat. Heels come in just a little bit. We're doing all blue zone here, goddess. Okay, from goddess, lift up your right heel. Lower your right heel down. Lift up your left heel. Left heel down. Right heel, down. Left heel, down. Did I tell you the third chakra is element of fire? Down. Left up, down. Right up, down. And if I were my very first yoga teacher, I would be screaming, are you doing this out of love? Or are you trying to prove something? All right, let's pick up both heels. Unless you're doing it just to prove something, then put those heels down. Take an inhale, and it's going to be exhale, right elbow to right knee. Inhale up, left elbow, left thigh. And up. Right, right. Up, left, left. Up. I'm going to put my heels down. By all means, if you want to keep them up, go for it. Right to right, left to left. 3 more times to each side. Exhale right, up. Exhale left, up. Exhale right, up. Exhale left, up. Exhale right, up. Exhale left, up. Inhale, straighten legs, both arms come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Turn all 10 toes to face forward, step forward. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, head and chest down. Good. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank. Good. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, lower your knees down to the ground. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale down to down dog, please. Gee, I'm trying to do a little transition here for you, but
I love this. You're getting heating and spicy.
But I'm like,
Is that what you're having?
I'm tied up. Guys, you're in a down dog for this long because I'm tied up in my mic. You got this. If it is out of love, you got this. Amba used to say, if it has meaning, you would be able to do anything for as long as you needed to. You wouldn't have to count on willpower. Meaning to you might today, though, be like, oh, child's pose is pretty meaningful. And I'm handing you over to the third chakra queen. Thank you.
All right, let's bring our knees down.
Thank you.
Okay.
That might be short-lived.
Go ahead and curl your toes under for a moment and go back with the toes curled under if it feels okay. So out of love, I love this, or not, you decide. But can you sit back on the toes just for a moment and let your thighs rest back? Sarah, this is a nice time for me to review class objectives. Laughing, core work.
Laughing, core work, power, I choose.
Yeah, we got this. Okay. All right. So take your hands for a moment and bring your left hand over and just give yourself a little like hug on the left side of the ribs and into the obliques. These are some of my favorites right now. And then other hand's gonna just wrap around. And I want you just to breathe in, and when you breathe in, just feel that sense of expansion into the hands, front, sides, and back. I love talking about all planes. And when you exhale, let the navel just gently come to spine, and you'll feel that. Navel draws in and up, breath goes out. Do that once more. So inhale, big belly breath in. And then exhale, navel to spine. Keep the breath out if you have the space to keep it out. If you need to welcome it back in, of course, you allow that. As you keep the breath out, can you soften the front ribs just a teeny tiny bit down to the belly? It's a little like tiny shortening. It feels like a little tiny version of a sit-up. And then can you keep that action as you inhale? Allowing a little expansion, but you keep that hold. And then exhale, front ribs down. One more, inhale. And then exhale. Okay, open your eyes. So that's just really for placement awareness. We're gonna come to all fours, and I'm gonna instruct this kind of presence of our external obliques. So we'll use, like, I love that Sarah already did this. We're gonna do kind of a rounding formation for cat-cow. But instead of rounding into cow, I'm actually gonna have us just hold in this crazy Halloween cat form. And we'll play with it. So if you want to look for a moment, we're going to create actions holding this form of just literally hovering the hand from side to side. And it's going to be a little exploratory play of like, can we feel into our obliques, and like, can we allow our shoulder blades like wings to start to like flap through the wind? This is like the choosing to fly. Okay? So go ahead, hands down. And as you exhale, go into your best form of cat. So sweeping the tail under, flexion through the spine, chin to chest, really round. As you exhale, open your mouth and blow the breath out. Inhale, expand your wings. Exhale, blow the breath out. One more time, inhale. When you blow the breath out, blow more than you think you can. Keep going. Hold it out. Inhale. Hover the right hand just an inch. Exhale, blow it out. Let's do that again. Inhale, right between your shoulder blades. Exhale, let the obliques turn on. Right hand down, inhale. Exhale, blow it out. Left hand hovers. Again, the left hand hovering, inhale. See if you can round more, flexing the spine, exhale. Both hands down, inhale. Keep the rounded form. Exhale, blow it out. Inhale, sit up. Okay, did you feel that? Right here? All right, let's take that onto our backs. Can I come onto my back, or is that not possible?
Just go to your side.
Okay. Okay. All right, so come onto your backs and bend your knees, and with your hands, sweep for your heels. So the feet will be positioned right underneath your knees, and the knees and the feet about hip distance. So ordinarily we come into this form and kind of assume bridge pose. If you can, think about just what we did on our all fours, but now we're on our backs. And take away this kind of grand need to kind of express ourselves so fully and dramatically, but just super subtly can we tap into this connection of pulling to our core. So as you exhale, just lift your hips an inch and sweep your tailbone towards the knees. So posterior tilt, blow the breath out. Feel the front ribs knit towards low belly, and then inhale, hips down. Just pause, let it soften. We'll do that again. So as you exhale, just to like a centimeter even, lift the hips up. Blow the breath out. Start to feel the sides of the waist wrap in. As you inhale, hips down. Good. Exhale, blow it out. Lift the hips, sweep the flesh of the buttocks towards knees. Feel the sides of the waist, literally like this hug of like I am, I feel, I choose. And then inhale, hips down. About 70 more. Exhale. There it is. Okay. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, pushing to the heels, just feeling the gentle sweep, the flesh of the buttocks to the knees, blowing it out. Hips down. Good. Last one, really blow it out. Exhale. Inhale, hips down. And then go ahead and bend your knees. So you're gonna flex your feet. Your shins will be parallel to the earth. And then squeeze your knees in. I love what Sarah was saying of like this connection to the legs to stabilize into low back. So start to squeeze the legs in, almost like you were hugging a little penny between the big toe pad, ankle, knee, and thighs. And then take your hands to your thigh bones and just give a gentle little press. And let's just feel for a moment with your hands pressing into your thigh bones. Pull the knees into your chest and notice what happens into the low back. You might feel it come down to the ground. And then pull the knees away from the chest and notice what happens in the low back. Do you feel the back lift up? Do you guys feel that? Mm-hmm. You ladies, everybody. Okay, and then bring your legs back to center. And now using your muscles, your core muscles, so those transverse abdominals, the ones that kind of wrap around the front, sides, and back, can you exhale and push into your thighs and use your core muscles and try and flatten your spine? So you're using the core, front ribs are drawing down, low belly is pulling in. You might start to shake pretty quickly. Are you guys feeling that?
Yeah.
You, everybody's? I'm trying not to say you guys as much. Can you help me with that? Okay, and then exhale, release your right leg, and let's just hover it for playful connection. And you might feel Elvis Presley be channeled into your being. Which feels so good. Okay, and then inhale, come up. And then exhale, left leg. So you could do this with the left leg heel on the ground or the left leg extended long. Inhale, come up. Let's just play. Oh my goodness. Here's the fire. Right leg is hovering. Did you lose the connection in the core? If you did, no problem. Just curious, interesting, right? And then other side, left leg. Oh, wow. And then come back up, squeeze the legs, one more breath, and then release. Oh, and I love that pulse. Like there's such clear pulse of effort and ease. You can relax any way that feels sweet. How much time do I have? Can I do another one?
Yeah.
Right, do you want to do another one?
Take another 10 minutes if you want, and then bring us into like relaxation.
Okay. Are we ready for more? Yeah. Okay, so bring your legs up again. We'll start with this one. It's so good. So flexing the feet, squeeze your legs and hands to your thighs. Pushing into your thigh bones, create a little clear traction. So push in and away from your chest, but then up to the sky, almost like you're gonna pull your thigh bones out. And then zip the low belly in, front ribs down. Just feel that hug. It's clear. Stay with the head down, or inhale, lift the ribs. The shoulder blades like wings are flying, and the arms can now just hover by your sides. It's curious. Is it possible? I don't know. Let's see. Again, like that question of is it out of love or the egoic? And then let's be mindful here. Imagine you had something that you were just gently holding up to the sky. It could be your dear friend, a block, your favorite book, a glass of water, and then take it over to the right. When you move to the right, again, see if you can move more in the ribs, and then float the right rib a little higher. And then inhale back to center, and then let's go to the left. It's interesting, right? Like, can you do this and breathe? I don't know. Okay, and then back to center, and then hover your legs. I like to think of this one like a barge. Look at your toes. Sweep the throat back. If the head is feeling like it's too strained in the neck, you could certainly let the head rest and just let your throat soften. And then exhale, just let your body melt and let the belly soften. I think partly why I love working so hard is this part here where you just like ease into softness with such clarity. I love what Sarah was saying about a healthy musculature in the belly is like one that can also relax. So notice if you're still holding in the belly, can you just soften and let that be very fluid? Good, bend your knees in. Let's cross at the ankles, and you might feel more supported to roll to your side, or you could catch the back of your thighs and go ahead and sit up and just take your heels wide, and your hands can come behind you. Yeah. Now with your heels wide, start to kick your heels down into the ground, almost like you're going to leave a little footprint. And then try and loop the heels back towards the hips to get your calves and hamstrings into the game. And then imagine you had a block between your thighs and try and squeeze the legs in. So there's the stability Sarah was talking about in the standing form. Now instead of just lifting the front body or just lifting the back body, can you lift all sides of the spine up and feel this awesome traction through the ribs, all the way up through the crown of the head. And can you do that and exhale through the mouth and feel that same abdominal wrap, so the sides of the waist wrapping in. Do that again, inhale, exhale. So you might feel like this right here is like really awesome work. Stay here or play with elevating your legs and trying the same thing. And you might even play with bringing your legs in. At any point, hands can come down or heels can come down. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, feeling the wrap. Very conscious, I choose this. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Good, now either hands behind you or hands floating. Let's go from here right into the barge pose. And this is where it gets really exciting. Ready? Create a little rock and then come back up. Whoa, I know. Okay, so let's try that again. Go ahead, go back. Woo! And then look at your toes and come back up. I know that's so fascinating, isn't it? Okay, and then come back. And then come up. Okay, and then come back. Whoa. All right, and this one is so main inspired. Roll to your left side. So on your left side, you can lay sexy, so you can prop your left elbow underneath you for a moment. And then just look at your knees and toes and make sure that they're in front of your hip crease. So option one is just to keep the left leg grounded. The right arm is going to come over your head. If you guys can channel now like Jane Fonda, you ladies, you beauties. I love Jane Fonda. Your hand could stay on your head. Sometimes I actually like to take my left hand out in front of my chest on the ground for a little support. As we exhale, we're going to take the right hand to the outer edge of the right foot, but try and touch it to the sky, and then we'll come back down. So this one I like to call a clamshell. And then we'll come up, whoop, and then come down. Yeah, and then exhale up. See if you can activate those external obliques on the side. So here's the fun part, if you'd like, or not the fun part, a little interesting experience. We could lift both legs and see what happens. Wasn't that curious? Curious into my body. Okay, and then you come down. And then, wow, I had no idea that I could fold like a clam on this side. Let's just keep exploring. See if you can do that from more awareness through the spine. So keeping your spine long, exhaling, feeling the sides of the waist wrap in. Notice where in your body you're feeling this or where your mind is traveling to. Okay, and then let's go to the other side. And you never know, like things change side to side. So as we rest this right side, this masculine, turning to the world, just notice what happens on this side. When you're ready, placing feet in front of the hips, flexing into the feet. You might just explore with just the left leg and the left arm. Sorry, you can go ahead. I'm just playing with this mic. And you could explore keeping your head propped, or I sometimes like to use the push of my right arm into the ground. But the call is like, can we start to wake up now? This side of our core, the external obliques on the left side. Hello. You just say hello and welcome them perhaps with more play, more curiosity. If you feel like it's never going to end, know that it will. Do you feel the fire turning? Again, let's do one more. Ooh. Oh, okay, and then roll over onto your bellies. I like to think of the back body as much in play as the front body for core work. So let your elbows go wide and just let your forehead rest right on your hands and breathe into your belly. Sometimes the feedback of the floor can help to soften the belly, so just let it melt into the softness of the earth. Spread your toes right into the ground. So the toes are pointed back of the top of the foot is on the earth. Pushing your toenails into the ground. You might feel your kneecaps elevate. Pubic bone down, navel in. And then inhale, let your wings spread wide and let them guide you up until your arms are by your sides. You're flying like an airplane, Shalabhasana, keeping your gaze down, chin down. As you exhale, lower down. 3 more. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, lower. Again, inhale, rise up. Keep the wings spreading wide. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, lower. This time, let's come up and we'll hold. And as you hold, see if we can't go right into the exhalation where we wrap the sides of the waist in. So inhale through the nose, rather. When you exhale, go through the mouth. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale, let the wings go wide. Exhale, front ribs draw down, sides of waist wrap in. Come all the way down, elbows wide. Stack your hands and just let your forehead soften. And just letting everything soften down into the ground. And it's really like, can we settle into this choice to receive support? I've done enough. I feel willing and able to release. And then inhale, gently bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press to all fours, and let's go back right into child's pose.
Feel the weight of your head on the earth. Every time we bring our head closer to the earth, we bring our head closer to the place where our ancestors have walked, where Mother Earth energy resides. We give ourselves an opportunity to fill up with a feminine energy of being nurtured, self-care, self-love. Slide forward onto your belly, please, and from there you're going to roll onto your back. Whatever way is easiest to come to your back, really. You can stand both feet on the ground so your knees are up towards the ceiling. And pick both hips up and lower both hips up and bring them over to the right an inch. Lower both your knees over to the left. It's a very gentle spinal twist. Sometimes when I'm confused in life, which isn't necessarily a rare occasion, and my mind can't figure it out, I simply go into a practice of twists. Here you don't need to pretend that you're happier than you are. Right? The forward fold of the hips, that bending at the hips is an inward. But there's a lift of the heart simultaneously. So you get that upward opening of energy with that inward curiosity. So I invite you to lay here without thinking like, do I need a deeper stretch? Do I need to do more? Do I need to be more? And just like know that as you breathe in a twist, that Shiva and Shakti, that energy and consciousness are just moving. That more is happening than we need to understand. Slowly bring your knees back up towards center, please. Shift your hips back towards center, and then an inch over to the left. Knees coming to the right. We have no goal here necessarily. I love what Janelle was saying, this idea like you just engaged so you can have this clarity in your release. Inhale, bring your knees back up towards center. And really bring your hips towards center. A really nice neutralizing movement, I think, is just to take your right ankle onto your left thigh. And when this happens, notice your lower back. And if your lower back is already flattening, then I don't want you to bring your left thigh too much closer to you. If you still have a little room and a little movement, a little space under your lower back, then go ahead and begin to bring your left thigh up towards you. And if you have your left thigh up towards you and your hands are wrapped around it, then push your thigh away from you. Push your thigh into your hands. And just like you imagined the broadening of your collarbones, imagine that the right knee is moving like diagonally up and away from you. Bring this hip down in space. Okay. And then bring that foot just a little bit closer to you. And slowly lowering your left foot back down to the ground. Your right foot can stand right next to that, and switch sides, please. Same inquiry and getting into it. This is just a nice neutralizer for the lower back. Good, and switch sides. Okay, so you're gonna want to bring, Can you bring your knee this way? So we're just gonna pull up instead, okay? Don't worry about this ankle, I got it. Is that okay? And slowly lower your right foot down to the ground. Left foot can stand next to it. Take your feet just a little bit wider than your hips and like windshield wipers, nice and easy side to side. And then go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you, please. And inhale as you reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, lower your arms down by your sides. If you think that you might want a blanket or a shirt or a layer for final relaxation, And if anybody needs more than what you have, let me know and I will bring something to you. And I'll start by taking a nice big inhale. I can help you out, Ginny. And a big full exhale. And take a nice big inhale, 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 inhale. Hold your inhale. Point your toes. Keep holding your inhale. Engage your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, so all of your legs, your butt gets tight. Everything is tight, everything is strong, everything is on, everything is engaged. There's tension. Exhale, let it all go. Take an easy inhale and an easy exhale. Take an inhale, 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 inhale. Hold the inhale, make fists with your hands. Bring that tension from the fist into the forearms, the upper arms, the shoulders, the chest, the stomach, the back. Everything tightens, tight, 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 tight. Exhale, let it go. Take an easy inhale and an easy exhale. Feel the heaviness of your head. The heaviness of your eyes. The softness of your cheeks. Suggesting to your clear and conscious mind that now is the time to let go. And to let whatever images and insight pulsations want to move through you, come to you and move through you. Bring your attention to your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Gently bringing awareness into your hands and your feet. Feeling yourself here. Maybe as you wiggle your fingers and your toes gently. Breathing in the intention of accessing true will, true choice, and the power that honors you and your highest good. And bringing that breath into your whole body, welcoming yourself into this present moment. Into this beautiful space. And as you feel ready, you may roll over to one side. And with support, noticing how it feels best to rise. Do you want to just guide them to journaling, whatever you have for them? Okay. And find your journals or something to write on. And deepening into what Sarah shared earlier, think about that difference between manufactured will, when we're just pushing through, trying to get it done, when it's not necessarily for the highest good. Noticing that, and noticing on the other side of that true will, choice, power that comes from some inherent place. That place that truly does feel connected to who you are at the core. And just allow whatever it is that wants to fall onto the page about how you want to bring a true will into your daily life. What that maybe looks and feels like, whether that's beginning just from the place of feeling it in your body, noticing how it feels emotionally, physically, or if some very clear guidance, wisdom, messaging wants to come through around how to be in touch with that power center.